Episode 1. The Touch That Broke the Rule. Ethan Cross didn't just walk into a room. He controlled it. The moment the elevator doors slid open to the top floor of Cross Industries, silence would fall. Conversations would pause mid-sentence, laughter would die in people's throats. Not out of fear, well, not entirely. It was respect mixed with a wariness earned from his reputation. Rule number 1, no one touches Ethan Cross. It wasn't written anywhere, but everyone knew. Assistants carried documents on trays so their fingers wouldn't brush his. Security personnel wore gloves when escorting him through crowds. Even at award ceremonies, when others shook hands with every honoree, Ethan gave a curt nod instead. Rumors swirled. Some swore it was obsessive cleanliness. Others whispered about an old betrayal that had cut so deep he could no longer bear contact. Ethan never confirmed, never denied. He simply moved through life untouchable, and liked it that way. Until the girl with the messy hair and secondhand heels arrived. Ava Lane hadn't even wanted the internship. It was her professor's idea, a career-making opportunity at the most prestigious investment firm in the city. She told herself she'd keep her head down, do her work, and survive 2 months without making a fool of herself. That lasted exactly 1 hour and 17 minutes. She'd been sent to deliver a stack of financial reports to the executive boardroom. Unfortunately, her nerves had other plans. As she stepped inside, she saw him, Ethan Cross, seated at the head of the glass table, an aura of authority so sharp it almost had weight. She froze. And then, because fate had a twisted sense of humor, her left heel caught the edge of the carpet. The reports flew from her arms like startled birds. She lurched forward, straight toward the most powerful man in the room. In a desperate bid to stop herself from face-planting, she grabbed his arm. It was like grabbing a lightning bolt. Not because of the shock on his face, though that was certainly part of it, but because the air between them seemed to shift, tighten. Ava barely had time to register his steady, solid grip before her elbow clipped a full water jug. It tipped, spilling across the table toward a line of million-dollar contracts. Gasps rippled around the boardroom. Someone swore under their breath. Ava scrambled to grab napkins from a side tray, babbling apologies. "I'm so sorry, and I didn't mean, I wasn't, oh no, your suit." Ethan should have snapped at her. The old Ethan would have. But instead, he just looked at her wide eyes, at the way her messy hair had fallen into her face as she frantically blotted the table, at the way she hadn't yet realized she was still holding onto his sleeve. For the first time in years, his skin didn't crawl. He didn't want to step back. Instead, his voice came out low, steady. "It's fine." Half the room looked like they'd just heard him announce he was quitting his company. Ava blinked up at him. "You're not firing me?" "Not today," he said, and for the briefest second, the corner of his mouth twitched like it might form a smile. She gathered the scattered reports, muttered another apology, and practically ran out of the boardroom. Ethan watched her go, still feeling the faint warmth of her hand on his arm. When the meeting resumed, he barely heard a word. His mind kept circling back to that moment, that touch, the one he didn't pull away from. Somewhere deep inside, Ethan Cross, the man who let no one in, felt the first crack in the walls he'd spent a lifetime building.